Good morning, Raiders. I'm Christian Sanchez.
I'm Amelie Santini.
And I'm Bibi Asienberg.
And welcome to the senior edition of Raider305.
Wow, Chris, I can't believe we're finally here. What about you, Bibi?
I agree, guys. I feel like we're practically family.
We had to do this episode a little bit different, so sit back and take it all in, because I know we will. But first, let's meet the rest of our seniors.
Thanks, Chris. Usually you only hear me on podcasts, but I'm so glad to be on camera with Justin. And today, we're so excited to be here.
Now, let's get on to the show.
Kicking off our show, we'll ride down memory lane to see Amelie and Bibi's Raider Vision first story together, showcasing the power of family. Next, we'll see how Amelie strung together her skills to hit all the right notes. After that, get ready to be hooked as Bibi's next story is a real catch. Then we watch Chris try commentary for the first time, and let's just say we all start somewhere. And he didn't stop there. We'll watch Chris perfect his commentary skills, proving just how far he's come.
So sit tight, because you have all these stories and more on Raider305.
Hey, Bibi, do you remember our first story and how we thought it was amazing? Well, about that.
Yeah, we thought we were on a roll, but the story definitely needed some training wheels.
While it may not have been perfect, it definitely got the wheels rolling. Let's take a look.
For Mary Jane Mark, tubes, tires, and cages have a whole different meaning. Running the company means so much more to her than just selling bikes.
When I was in high school at Our Lady of Lourdes Academy, I worked here. So I worked here as my whole life.
Although it might look like a regular job at first glance, it has more sentimental value than you might think.
My grandfather was living in Buffalo, New York, where it is absolutely freezing and miserable. And he was going to get a promotion at work. And he said, rather than stay here and work for someone else, I want to move. I want to take my family. He went to Miami. He said, I want to start a business. So he looked around. He saw the weather. He saw that it was nice, and it kind of just clicked in his head that he would sell bicycles. So he did, and it happened to be really successful, and here we are today.
Wanting to keep it all in the family, Mary Jane plans to pass the store down to her daughters Rachel and Sandy Losada.
They love it. They seem to like it. I think it's a great business. I think it's a lot of fun. We meet lots of great people. We go to lots of great events, and I think we'll be here for a long time.
Working with family is definitely a different experience than working with regular coworkers.
I love working with my family. I think that it's obviously very challenging. Mothers and daughters have their challenges, sisters have their challenges, but at the end of the day, we know that the decisions that we make are the best for each other, and there's never any doubt, and there's always 100% trust.
Their familial bond is very strong, especially considering the fact that they were raised together at the store.
We grew up here. I mean, my mom had us in a crib. Georgia, our cashier, was holding me. So when did I start? I mean, when I was born.
Because of the connections that Mary Jane has made at the store while she was raising her daughters, she believes that family isn't only blood.
There's people here. Our cashier, Georgia, has been here since Rachel was a baby. So she's almost part of the family. You know, we look at her as family.
The support in this close family helped the girls reach many goals, especially in school.
So when I was at Gulliver, I was a swimmer and a runner, and I did that because I saw so many people that I know start to do triathlon. And I said to myself, oh my gosh, I really like to ride my bike, and I'm a pretty good swimmer, and I can run. I don't do it, but I can run. I think I can do that.
And it didn't take long for her to accomplish this task.
And I did my first one, I was 15.
Growing up with loving friends and family made in the store definitely shaped all of their lives. Signing off for Raider Vision, I'm Julie Piquet.
Mary Jane and her family remind us how a small business can build deep roots. But if you want to see Amelie truly in her element, this next story shows us where she found her rhythm.
They say learning languages is important, and here at Violin Shop Tampa, harmony is how they communicate.
You might be looking to get a 1% change in your sound, or dial something in just right. And this shop allows that to happen.
The really special thing about Violin Shop Tampa is that we are so connected with our community. When people walk through our door, we know them.
But starting the shop wasn't on the original track.
I never thought in a million years that, all of this would have happened.
Ethan started working with instruments when he was 13, but later decided to study finance in college. After realizing his career wasn't up to his tempo, he decided to switch keys.
Moving like water for me meant for plan B to become plan A. I feel like I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be.
The personal connection that the people that work here, they play the instruments too, and so they're very knowledgeable, so they can help me understand.
So going to sound great.
Things always fall into place. So yeah, if you have a dream, absolutely go after it.
Ethan's story shows that if you follow your own melody, you too can find your right notes.
Ideally, about 8 grams is what you expect for a cello.
For Raider Vision, I'm Amelie Santini, reporting.
Okay, Amelie, we see you. That was seriously so good. But she's not the only one who's grown. BB's next story casts a line on Florida's fishing debate, where locals are worried about the preservation of their livelihood. Gonzalo Vidaguren has the story.
As the 2024 election reels in, many fishermen are in fear of their livelihood due to the recent increase in fishing regulations. This November, an amendment is on the ballot, and if passed, would protect fishing as a state constitutional right and bring power to the fishermen in Florida.
There aren't many places where you could go fish. They have time limits on how long you can be there. There's pretty much nowhere you can go.
Every economy needs a fishing because it's a food everybody needs.
But even with this desire for fishing, 23 new regulations about fishing and hunting have been adopted in just 5 years, according to the Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission. But some experts believe that voting no for Amendment 2 may be beneficial.
One of the first things that voters should know about Amendment 2 is that voting it down would not criminalize or restrict hunting in any way. It would protect the hunting legislation that we already have.
Voting down Amendment 2 could prevent harmful fishing practices, like commercial gill netting, from being carried out.
Commercial gill netting consists of setting up a huge wall of net across the ocean, and it commonly catches and drowns cherished marine life like manatees and turtles, as well as endangered species like sandbar and hammerhead sharks.
According to the Food and Agriculture Organization, commercial gill netting can have bycatch rates as high as 60%, meaning that over half of the organisms caught are not meant for commercial fishing.
If you dysregulate the fishing, it's very bad for the ecosystem, for the beauty of the sea, for us, for the tourists, for the economy, for everything.
With people on both sides of this issue, only time will tell the fate of the fish. For Raider Vision, I'm Gonzalo Vidaguren reporting.
Florida's fishing future may be uncertain, but one thing that's clear is the legacy our seniors have left behind. After the break, you'll see some work I've been doing these past years. And if you want to check out more of what our seniors have built, head to gpraidervision.com/seniors to check out more of our incredible work.
Chris, your first commentary wasn't perfect, but the message still matters. Here's a look at mom and pop shops and why they mean so much to our community.
Mom and pop shops are home to items made with care, just like this tequeño. Ooh, never mind, that's off. All of these places are warm and welcoming. Do they have a big impact in the economy? Mom and pop shops are businesses that are independently owned that thrive off of being comforting and unique. Unfortunately for them, they're often dominated by large corporations with massive spending power. Whew. Apple, one of the biggest companies in the world, makes over $152 billion per year, while the average family-owned business, $66,400 per year. And in comparison, it would take 2.3 million years for the David to reach the Goliath. I'll take this one, man. This is the one. Well, that's only if they last, because according to Harvard Business Review, 70% of family businesses don't make it past the second generation, which in simpler terms means the original owners will never pass it down to the younger relatives. That's a good read. But the 30% that does make it creates new opportunities that may last a lifetime. Around 1 million of these small shops are minority owned, and 78% of new jobs come from small businesses. So the mom and pop stores are giving opportunities to those who weren't embraced by the large corporations. The personable nature of these places is what keeps customers coming back. And I know I love the feeling when me and my family go to a restaurant and they already know what I'm gonna order. Thank you, ma'am. Just the usual. Whatever happens with the American economy, the little guy always stands a test of time. And if you guys are going somewhere, make sure to shop with Mom and Pop.
Not bad for a first try, Chris. Now, let's fast forward to the present. Up next, we take a look on how AI is changing the way we express ourselves. Take it away.
If a tomato is a fruit, does that make ketchup a smoothie?
That's a good one. Let me ask AI real quick.
Great question. Ketchup is considered a sauce rather than a smoothie due to how it is prepared and its intended use.
Dude, you can't even think about it for 10 seconds before using AI. Your brain's fried.
Good one. Artificial intelligence models are everywhere, which makes you wonder, does AI steal our voice or does it amplify it? Let's start with the basics. Artificial intelligence allows computer systems to do tasks requiring human intelligence. Whether it's coding websites, generating videos from prompts, or tackling the toughest questions in the world, AI can do it all. At first, AI may seem convenient, but behind the scenes, some believe that they can take away our ability to express ourselves. Whenever we let AI auto-complete our thoughts,
or finish our sentences.
Oh, creepy. We sacrifice originality for convenience. According to Forbes, our words may sound less like us and more like machines over time. But artificial intelligence isn't a thief of creativity. It can enhance our writing without stealing our words. When used responsibly, AI refines writers' voices. According to IBM, 35% of businesses use AI to enhance content. Rather than replacing creativity, AI can amplify expressions without overpowering it.
I guess AI isn't so bad after all.
The key is balance. AI can be powerful when used wisely, as it can amplify our voices. But if we let it do all the thinking, we risk losing our unique words. Besides, it even solved the ketchup debate.
Okay, but what about the real question? If ketchup is a smoothie, does that make ranch a milkshake?
I guess there's only one way to find out.
Let's do this.
It's 4 years, way too many segments, and somehow we still made it.
I can't count the amount of times I sent Miss Sierra a story for a review. This program gave me some of my favorite memories and a caffeine addiction.
If you ever saw good lighting, just know it's me behind the diffuser. You're welcome.
And now we pass the mic to the next generation of storytellers.
For our last time signing off, Raiders, I'm Christian Sanchez.
I'm Sophia Lambert.
I'm Bibi Aschenberg. I'm Amelie Santini.
And I'm Justin Parson.
Signing off.